You pick up your phone to reply to one message. 5 minutes later, you're watching a stranger build a cabin in the middle of the woods. Then you're watching a dog that can skateboard. Then a cooking video. Then another. And before you know it, an hour is gone.
What?
Sounds familiar? If it does, you're not alone. The average American spends several hours each day on their smartphone, and a large part of that time is spent on social media and other apps. But here's the question: why is it so hard to stop? Is it because we have no self-control? Or is there something else happening behind the screen? Today we're going to decode why scrolling feels almost impossible to stop. Imagine walking into a casino. You pull the handle on a slot machine. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. The exciting part isn't winning. It's knowing what happens next. Psychologists have studied this for decades. They found that unpredictable rewards can keep people coming back because there's always a chance the next try will be rewarding. Social media works in a similar way. One video is boring, the next one is funny. Then you see breaking news. Then a video that teaches you something useful. You never know what you'll see next. And that's exactly what keeps many people scrolling. Think about reading a book. Eventually, you reach the last page. Watching a movie, the credits roll. Even a football game has a final whistle. But social media doesn't really end. You scroll and another post appears. Then another and another. This design is known as infinite scroll. It removes the natural stopping points that help us decide it's time to move on. The feature was introduced in 2006 by designer Azar Raskin and has since become common across many platforms. Your feed is learning about you. Have you ever felt like your phone knows exactly what you want to watch? That's because recommendation systems learn from your activity. They notice what you watch until the end.
What are you doing?
Nothing. Me? Just hanging around,
Fighting and stuff?
sitting in the house like I always does.
You retired?
What you skip, what you search for, what you like. Over time, they become better at suggesting content you are more likely to watch. The goal is simple: show you something interesting enough to keep you on the app a little longer. Most social media platforms are free to use. So how do they make money?
How? I'm saying, how? Like, talk to me, bro. You the police? Is you the FBI? CIA? What's you?
Advertising. The more time people spend on an app, the more opportunities there are to show advertisements. That's why keeping users engaged is important for many platforms. It doesn't mean every feature is designed to harm people, but it does explain why companies invest heavily in improving recommendations and user experience. Is social media bad? Not necessarily. Social media has helped people learn new skills, find jobs, start businesses, stay in touch with family, build communities. The problem isn't that social media exists. The problem is when it begins to control how we spend our time. Researchers have found that heavy social media use is linked with poorer sleep and lower well-being for some people, especially teenagers. They also point out that The relationship is complex and doesn't affect everyone in the same way. You don't need to delete every app on your phone.
Who said that? Who said that?
Who said that?
Who said that?
Who said that?
Who said that?
Who said that?
Who said that?
Who said that?
Who said that? Who said that? Who said that?
Okay, who said that?
Who said that?
Instead, make your habits more intentional. Turn off notifications you don't need. Keep your phone away while you're working. Avoiding using it just before bed if it affects your sleep.
I should get some sleep.
And before opening a social media app, ask yourself one question. Why am I opening this?
Why? 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 Why?
If you have a reason, great. If not, it might be a habit instead of a choice.
Well, if it isn't the consequences of my own actions. What's up? What's up? Trying to...
So in conclusion, your phone isn't the enemy.
Who said that? Who said that?
Who said that?
Who said that?
Who said that?
Who said that?
Social media isn't the enemy. Understanding how these platforms work simply helps you make better choices.
Okay. Where we go?
What was that?
That was funny.
That was funny. Let's go do it to somebody else.
The companies behind these apps are competing for one thing: your attention.
Here I come. Here I come.
Because attention has become one of the most valuable resources in the digital world.
You guys, I'm like really smart now. You don't even know. You could ask me, Kelly, what's the biggest company in the world? And I'd be like, blah, 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 giving you the exact right answer.
The more you understand that, the easier it becomes to decide where your time goes. Because at the end of the day, your attention is your life. Every minute you spend is a minute you'll never get back. So the next time you find yourself scrolling, ask yourself one question. Am I choosing this, or is it choosing me? This is Black Decoded. Decoded the world.